Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. First thing just to say just before I get started is just that I haven't heard yet from Angela Create, who won the giveaway. So just a reminder, if she does happen to catch this, that she just needs to give me send me a message either on my Instagram page, which is Sybil Jane's Concoctions. No, sorry, my Facebook page is Sybil Jane's Concoctions, or Instagram is just Sybil Jane. Just send us a quick email with your details and I'll arrange for that to get posted out to you. Okay, so I'm staying with the Peace on Earth, which is the free members gift from Hunkydory. And I thought today I would start with a gatefold card. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that to the side for a second. And I have got a piece of card which is 12 inches by 8 1/4. And I'm just going to bring in my scoreboard and my scoring tool. And I'm going to score at 3 inches on both ends. Like so. And I'm just going to burnish those down. And again on this side. And they should just meet in the middle. Like so. And that's our gatefold started. Okay. Just pop that one out of the way and bring in my tonic trimmer. And I'm going to start with the mirror mats. So there'll be mats on the inside and both of these outer sides. The actual card itself is 8 1/4 in length. So let's grab these arms out first of all. Move that over. Right, so if I cut this at 8 inches long, just as a starting point, and I've got a lovely thin strip there of mirror for something else. Just gonna move those glues over a little bit, and then I want 2 notches just below the 6 inches, and that will fit inside there like so. And you just have to be careful not to get it on the actual fold line, otherwise that will stop it folding. And then again 2 notches below the 3 inches for that front panel. And again 2 notches. It's just going to take the thinnest strip off. It may even be, no, I think it might be right, it might be exactly to size. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I just want to check, see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a tiny bit off this end, because it's just making the borders just a tiny little bit. So I'm taking about 1 notch off. So it's going to be just under 8 1/4, and then I think my mats should all fit really nice and snug with just a tiny border. So that's perfect. Okay, I'm going to put those to the side for a second, and then this is the backing paper that matches this topper here. Okay, so I only want this on the inside, so I'm going to go in with this one. So the length is going to be 5 3/4, and I've got a decent sized piece for another project. And then this one, that's going to be 7 3/4. But I don't want to take it all off one side, so this at the moment is 8 1/4, so I'm going to take that down to 8 on one side. And again I've got a nice thin strip for a border, and then down to 7 3/4. I'm just going to bring my mirror mat in, and that should fit in the centre of there quite nicely. Okay, so we've got quite a big border at the bottom, so it's not a problem. I can fix that, but at least these sides are even, so, and that's what I was aiming for. What I'll do is I will put one of these patterned borders at the bottom, but I'll get that from another page, so that's fine. So if I just measure that out, so at the moment that's just over 8, so the mat for the correct length of that should be 5 3/4 by 7, and well, it'll be 1 notch below the 8, but that's fine, I can fix that, so I'm happy with that. And then again, so coming in with these, this is the additional pack, which was the deluxe card. So I'm just going to measure that again, so that's exactly just over the 8. So for the length on that one, so if I do just double checking now, so that was 2 notches under the 3, so I want that 2, and let's just move that kit out of the way, sorry, it's just completely in the way. So 2 3/4 wide, there we go, and then we should be, there's the 8. I'm going to try 1 notch below the 8, but I think it's going to go to 2 notches, but we'll see what the length is like. Yeah, so it just did another, just 1 notch. So 2 notches below the 8. And that should fit on perfectly. So I'm happy with that, I think. Yeah. Just wondering, because that looks a little wider on one side. I'm just checking that it is square. It's just, for some reason, it's just slightly not quite square, and I think that must be the card that was like that in the first place, but that's fine. Okay, and then just repeating that, so it was 2 3/4. No, let's go to there, just checking that that's the same, and then 8 minus 2 notches. I'll just bring in that other piece, and that fits on there perfectly. And this card, you can see the sort of it graduates the actual darkness of the card, so it's quite a nice, pretty, and it's foiled, so it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so that's that one, so we'll put that away for now. Okay, and then I'm going to bring back in my card, so it's a real quick one to assemble. So just going to grab my all-purpose, not Hunkydory, this is Crafter's Companion. Of course Hunkydory do their own version as well, so it's, you know, whichever one you've got really. Well, I mean, any glue will work really. And then we've got our backing card. It's actually foiled as well, and I am going to put it right to the top, so I know I've got this extra bit at the bottom, but like I said before, I know what I'm doing with that. I'm going to close my card up, and then I'm going to go in with the gold mirror on this side. Down. even. And then I'll go ahead and put the gold on the other side. Like so, oops. There we go. Oops, moved again. Okay, so I'm happy with those, and I'm going to put the darker card just on the right hand side. Just put that in, and then again with the slightly lighter side. This one going in with on this side. Just making sure that those layers sort of are straight along the line at the bottom. So I'm happy with that. So I can just pop that to the side. Okay, so I'm just going to bring the pack back in. So I want to find a nice border. Like I say, I'm going to be using this one. So I've got Christmas blessings. What I've got here. We've got one here which is quite nice. We've got doves, or we've got the town. I think we'll go with the town. So just break those pips with my knife, just being careful not to cut my fingers off. I'm just gonna pop that on my mat and just take that one out. There we go. And then I also want to take a sentiment from here as well. So we've got the greatest gift. I think it's probably going to be the best one. And we'll take the topper out as well. So just pop that out with its frames. Just being gentle not to sort of rip it or anything. Okay, so while I've got this bit there, what I'll do is I'll just measure up this border. I'll give that a little trim down. Oh, that needs to go to there. Let's have a little look. Yep. And then I'm going to come in with the bookbinding glue on that one. A little bit glued up in the nozzle. Let's hope my glue's going to work now. There we go. It was thinking about it for a minute there. And the only reason I'm using this glue is just because it's going to dry super fast. So I'm just going to put that on there. I might actually take that down to the bottom. And then that's going to match my border at the top. Okay, so that's the inside done. Okay, so I'm just going to go around my knife and just release these pips. That should be it. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in the outside with my scissors, just getting anything that's a little bit more prouder than anything else. So that's there, that's fine. And then what I want to do is I want this to come across both sides, but obviously it's only going to be glued on one, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get into the card. Okay, so this layer is actually just going to be a flat layer, so it won't be lifted, and then this one is going to be elevated. It would be nice if I could do, so I like it when it's sort of, you've got one on one side and one on the other. I'll show you what I mean in a second, so maybe I should put that one back in as well. I'll do that one as the gold as the flat one. Okay, let's do that. So what I'm going to need to do is just glue on half of this. So I'm just going to run my glue halfway around, and then I'm going to come in, I'm going to put that fairly central, and I want that to be straight, so let me just down. I think that's where I want it to be, so that's fine. Just put that on there to stop that from opening. Okay, and then this one I'm going to come in and I'm just going to put some, actually it needs to go around a little bit, let me just that, let me put that so that's straight, and then I'm going to know, yeah, there we are, that's where we need to be. And then I'm just going to grab some of these foam pads, so just going to pop that inside there. And then I don't want anything past there, so if I put that one straight across there, then I know I don't need anything else there. So I'm just going to put plenty of pads across there. I'll just rip the backs off, and again I'm just going to come in with this binding glue, pop it down, and then for this one I just need to pop that back in that circle. Needs to go over a little bit. There we go. And then this one is going to go across there, but I'm going to glue it on this side, so I'm just going to pop my finger there, take the top off this glue one-handed, and I'll just pop that around there like so, and then we're just going to pop this back on. Again, this one's flat and it's just going back on like so. I'll put that glue on there just to, while that's gluing, just give that a bit of time to set. I just want to make sure that it's not holding anything down. Okay, and the other thing I'm going to do, and this is just purely to support a little bit of decoupage on that side, and I'm just going to put a little bit on there but not take the back off. Okay, so that's going to fit like so. Okay, so now, so I've got this one here, so it's not really standing out as much as I'd like, so I'm just going to go through the pack and we'll see if we can find another one that fits in or that stands out a little better. Quite like these little taggy ones. Maybe, so we'll just put that one to the side a second. And I might come in with one of those. Wishing you a Merry Christmas, a gift for you. Wish upon a star. And then we've got some more, I think, somewhere in here. Mix the pack up with the adorable squirrel. Or is that? Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I am going to come in with one of these at the bottom. So I've got a couple of choices. So I've got the shepherds, the wise men, the Holy Family on the way. I think I might go the Holy Family on the way. Let's see what that one looks like. The bottom there. Or we can have a look at this. Maybe that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like that one better, I think. So again, I'm going to come in with just some foam pads on one side. Oops, nearly. Put that at the bottom. Oops, I'm just going to grab this bookbinding glue again. Just going to pop that one in the centre there. So that's how we're going there. Okay, and then we've got let the spirit of Christmas bring you joy. I think I might put this on the inside, just on a little bit of a foam pad. So look, so we could do this one in the middle. And these are both going to be flat, so it doesn't affect anything on the opening of our card. Okay, so just bring in this bookbinding glue again. Just going to pop that one in the middle. One underneath. Okay, so that's that there. And then I'm just going to bring in our gems. Let's see, we've got the red ones would probably stand out better. Have I got any red ones left? Maybe not. Okay, so we've got gold ones there. I've got green. I don't really want the green. I think what I'll do is I'll go with the yellow just in the corners, so just put 1, 2, 3, and then let's bring up a pokey tool. Going to put one big one there, a little one underneath. Pokey tool's a bit sticky, and then that one on that side. Oops. Glue's just slipping off there. Let's just take glue and just spread that around. That will dry clear anyway. Okay, and then that is card number 1, our little gatefold. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this out the way and get set up for card number 2. Okay, bear with me. Hello, okay, so I decided I wanted to do a Z-fold card, and I wanted to use this last image on this topper sheet here. So I've got a piece of the 6x12 cardstock from Crafter's Companion, and I'm going to score that at 6 inches and 3 inches. And I'm just going to fold that over, and then I'm going to fold that one back. Okay, so then I'm going to pop that one down for a second and bring in my trimmer. Oh, there's a nice little bit of cardstock there. And then I'm just going to bring that arm out. And I've got this thin piece of card that's been left over from something else. So it's not going to be long enough. So let me just grab another piece, see if I can find one in my bits and bobs box. Okay, so let's see if this will work. Okay, so that's just 12 inches. Let's see how wide that is. That's 2.5. Yeah, I think that's going to work, so that's perfect. Pop that trimmer away. Oops. And bring this back in. Scoreboard. So again, I'm going to score at 3 and 6. Just going to burnish those down. And then what you should be able to do is just pop that onto there, and that should, you know, that's going to fit the card. Basically you score it exactly the same way as you scored the original, like so, but then you flip it. Okay, and then it's always going to fit perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to bring back my trimmer now. Let's do our layers. So we are 6x6 is the card, so this should be 6 inches. That's perfect. So let's grab my mirror. So I want to go 2 notches under 3, and then 2 notches under 6. And that should fit perfectly onto our front. Actually, I'm going to go for 2 3/4, I think. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, it's just going over, so 3 notches. I'm just going to check that straight because I think that moved. There we go. Let's try that just slightly wider. Yeah, and then I'm just going to do the same on the top, just an extra notch. So we're just going to have 3 notches. And then, so for the back, we're going to go 3 notches under the 6. And 3 notches under the 6. And then that should fit directly onto there. Let me just I don't like that. I think that's a bit too wide, and I don't know why. Just check that measurement, because for some reason that is not 6. Okay, just put the end off. Let's see if that makes that work a little better. No. Okay. Okay, so I thought I would do a Z fold card with this last topper left on this sheet here, which is called The Greatest Gift. I've got a piece of 6x12 cardstock, which is the multi-purpose cardstock. So I'm going to score that at 6 and at 3, and I'm just going to fold that over and burnish that down. Okay, and then I've just taken an offcut of cardstock, which is 12 inches by 2.5, and again I have scored that at 3 and at 6. So basically you score it in exactly the same places as your original card, and then you just flip that over, and then that's going to produce the perfect piece to fold over. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my trimmer and some gold mirror, and we will just start making the mats. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do, so this is going to be this edge here, and that's going to be 2 notches under the 3 wide and 2 notches under the 6 long, and that should fit perfectly onto there like so. And then for this back piece here, I'm going to make that 2 notches under the 6 and 2 notches under the 6, and that should fit perfectly into there like so. Absolutely lovely. And then for this bit here, so I've got one piece which is 2 notches under the 6 by 2.5 minus 2 notches. So I think that might fit perfectly onto there, and it does. And let's just have a look at this one. So what's that one going to be like? That one fits perfectly onto there, and so that is 2 notches under the 3, so 2.5 minus 2 notches, and then 2 notches under the 3, and then that should be that perfect mat for there as well. Okay, so that's all of our gold done. Let's move that just to there, and then I'm going to be using this cardstock just purely because this pattern matches in with the robes there. Okay, so the first piece I want to do is going to be for the back, so I want to keep this interest on the outside, so I'll be able to see that. So let me turn it around this way, and I need to go 4 notches under the 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so it should be about 5 3/4, and then again if I turn it this way around, I should just take that bottom bit off, 5 3/4, and if I just bring that mat out, hopefully that should fit perfectly on there like so. Okay, and then I've got another piece there, and again I want to try and get this interest on the front panel there. So my front panel is going to be 4 notches under the 3 inches, so if I cut it here I am going to lose that detail of the corner. So what I'm going to do, let me just check, if I do 4 notches under the 3 from there, we're just going to get a tiny little bit. I think we'll do that, because then we're just going to have that tiny bit of a corner on that side just matching up. And then we need to go 4 notches under the 6. And then I've still got quite a nice piece there that I can use elsewhere. Okay, so that one's going to go on there. And then I wanted to use some more of this foiled cardstock. So I've got the choice of the red, the yellow the green or the blue. I think I really want to use the green, but I don't know if that's going to tie in or be too... Yeah, I'm going to use it. Just going to use it. Okay, so let me pop these bits just out of the way for a second. And then, so if I score this at, so we did 2.5 minus 2 notches, so we need to go to 2.5 minus 4 notches. So that's that one. And then let me just bring in these bits, just check that it's going to line up across there. Yeah, so that's perfect. And then, so I've got 1 at 6, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 notches minus 6. And then I've got 2 at 4 notches from the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just got a tiny piece there. Okay, so let's start putting this together. The way. Okay, so let's start with the back piece, and I'm going to be using again the Crafter's Companion all-purpose cloud glue. I'm just going to put that one straight onto the back, and when it comes to lining it up, I make sure the border here, and here is more even than here, because obviously we've got the fold line there, so it's just going to look better if we do that. And then again, like I said, I want that one in the corner, so I'm just going to put on again the all-purpose glue, just being careful not to get too near the edges so it doesn't take the shine off my mirror. And then I'm just going to put that in centrally, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to come to the front of my card. So again, with our mirror, it's pretty much all assembling from here on in. There shouldn't be any other cutting unless there's a border, but I don't think we'll need that because we've got the Z fold part. And then again with the purpose, just being careful not to get too near the edges, and then popping that down. Okay, you can see that's already taking shape. And then just making sure I've got the correct side for decorating, because obviously the fold itself has to be on the opposite side. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that out that way, and I'll start with a gold piece, put that straight onto there, and then we've got another gold piece here, and again to here. Again, just make sure you're not on any of the fold lines, and make sure it folds really nice and easily once you've put all those bits on. Then I'm going to come in with some all-purpose again on, so I don't think there's a right or wrong side with this pattern, so just put that down. There we go. Oh, it looks luxurious. Okay. I'm just going to check that that looks okay. Oh, it does, looks lovely. That's fine. Okay. So what we need to do now is to stick it on this side, under there, and then under there as well. So I'm going to start with my all-purpose on this side. And what I'll do is just make sure the card is folded flat. Oops. I'm just going to pop that down there, and I have that over, so I'm hoping that's not going to take the top off my adorable scoreable. It hasn't, so that's fine. I'm just going to leave that there to settle for a second. And while that's settling, what I'm going to do is just pop my topper out. I've got a little one here, which I may as well use just so it's used. And I don't think I'll be using all of these frames, just purely because it makes the topper quite large. But we'll have a little look once that's done. So let's pop them all out. I'll just put my knife around actually, just for speed. Put that on there. And it's really easy just to run your knife along. I mean, they will come out, you know, you can ease them out. But if I do it like this, then I shouldn't have to go around with my scissors. It will make those pips flat. Okay. There we go. So we've got our three frames there. Okay. And then I'm just going to come across with a little bit of glue here. Just been super messy today for some reason. Sorry, George just decided to bark. It wouldn't be one of my videos without George deciding to have a little bark. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this topper, I think it's going to go across like so. Okay, sorry about that. George and Henry decided to have a little bark, so it won't be one of my videos without at least one dog barking. Okay, so I just need to decide on how I want to put these toppers on. So like I say, I think this one is just slightly too big, so just discount that one for a second. Okay, and then I'm just gonna lift that up. I'm just going to squidge it over a tiny bit. Just put a pencil mark there. And it's just so that I don't put any foam pads there. What I am going to do is do both of these on the same level. So when I put the pads on, I'm probably going to end up sticking them together anyway. Okay, so let's just pop that back into its frame. And I'm going to bring in these sort of larger but thinner pads from Hunkydory. So I can put that, no, I don't want to put it where I just said I didn't want to put them. So let's just move that out of the way. That's not going to come off now. And there we go. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so put that back in there. I will get that off, don't worry. And it is in. And let's go on the other side. So if I put this down here and across here, and then across there. I can put one in the middle, and let's put one across there. Oops, grab my scissors. I just cut that down. Okay. Let's see, so that's going on there, but that's going to be a little higher, so what I will do is just double pad these bits here, just to account for this difference in the cardstock there. It's just going to make the whole thing fit a little easier. Just put this there. There we go. Pads off. Oops, nearly. And as always, I'm just going to go in with a bit of bookbinding glue. Just to give us a bit of moving time, etc. Okay. Just want to make sure I get that pretty straight. I'm just going to trim, I can just see that pad there. So just turn that up a little bit, that's fine. No. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is, so that's our topper on there. Now I have got this little one here, so I am going to find a little space for it. I think I might go up there actually. Do we want it raised? Do we not want it raised? We do want it raised, but we only want it raised a little bit. Have I got any thinner pads? I don't think I have, so it's going to have to be flat. Because I'm not sure where my pinfire glue is at the moment. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some bookbinding glue on, and I'm popping that behind, like so. And then if I move these bits out of the way, and I'm going to bring my pack back in, so we just need to find ourselves a sentiment. If we get past that cardstock there. Okay, so we've got Christmas blessings, a gift for you. This one here, which was the greatest gift of all. And we go. 1, 2. So there's another one there, wasn't there? Yeah, so we've got warm wishes, away in a manger. That one seems quite apt. Where do we want it though? Let's have a look at warm wishes, because that's got the red on. That might just stand out a little more. Yeah, we're on that green. Okay, so I'll grab those pads back. I'm just gonna put that on the back of there. And a bit of bookbinding glue. There it is. I'll just put that one down like so. And then what I'm going to do is, where there was just that little bit of a mess there that I can see, I think what I'm going to do is just add one of these tags in. So it's going to be difficult to see anyway. Let's see, what have we got? What have we got? We could use one of these angels just as a nice little thing. So let's see, let's go with her. Hark the herald angels sing. And I am just going to put it flat, so a little bit of bookbinding glue. Like I said before, you're not going to see it really I am going to know it's there. Okay, so I've just stuck that on the back there. So like I say, it's only because I know it's there. That's the only reason why. So just going to come back in with a couple of gems. Just I think at the bottom here, just for the sake of having such Christmas after all. I think we'll go with some green ones. Just 1, 2, 3. And grab those with my knife, since that's the first thing to hand. 1, 2. Just make sure they're straight. Okay, so that's card number 2 finished. So those are the 2 cards that we've made today. I might try and do another little video with these because there's still you know, loads in this kit that you could just, I mean, you could just card make for ages with it. But I'll probably do that as a separate video, and then after I've done that next little bit, what I'll do is I will move on to another Hunkydory kit, which is the one with the birds in. I just want to come up with a few different ideas rather than using them as the kit cards that they're designed for. Okay, so that's everything for now. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye bye.